All right, so the title of this video is, can you make money with a one-to-one? Okay, so can you be successful as a trader with a one-to-one risk reward ratio? Because I see a lot of things on this, or a lot of people will say that you can't. Okay, they'll say that you absolutely need more bigger winners than losses, because you always see the 2-to-1 preached, or just really big risk reward ratios. And people will tell you that that's the only way to go about doing it. That if you don't have bigger winners than losses, they'll tell you that you cannot be successful. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is complete and utter bullshit. Okay? I'll promise you that you can be wildly successful with a one-to-one. And guess what? I'll take it a step further, and I'll say a lot of you would probably have way more success if you did that. A lot of you that are struggling right now forcing this, if a lot of you would go to a one-to-one, I bet for a lot of you, you would start to see a little bit better results. You would start to trend in the right direction. That's not for everybody, because different stuff fits different people. Some people, big risk reward is the way to go for them. Other people, those low-hanging objectives like myself, I like low-hanging objectives. That fits me. Now, do I stick with like a set risk reward? I don't. Like, I don't go into the market and just look for a one-to-one. Okay, I did with my old strategy back in the day. And if you look at like some of my oldest YouTube videos, you'll see that I had videos talking about small caps meaning stocks, equities. And I actually, with that old strategy, I did have a set risk reward, which was one-to-one. And I traded like that for a long time. And guess what? I cleaned the fuck up with it. So that's when I see people say you can't make money with the one-to-one, I know they're full of shit. I know they don't know what they're talking about, and they're just talking out their ass. They haven't actually experimented. They haven't done it. They're usually just regurgitating something that they heard from somebody else, and they're just taking their word for it. They haven't actually tested anything. They haven't put the work in, because I've done it. So how are you going to tell me it doesn't work if I've done it? How are you going to tell me it doesn't work when I've made so much fucking money trading a one-to-one? Money that most people can just dream of, and that's with a one-to-one. So how are you going to tell me it doesn't work? I know it works. I know you can clean up with it. And in the best of the best traders, what you'll notice, a common trend is a lot of the best traders, they shoot for these low-hanging objectives. They're not shooting for fucking 5-to-1, 10-to-1. I'm not saying you can't do that. Again, if it works for you, do it works for you. There are people, you can make money doing that. But I'm saying if you really study the top traders and you look at this is a common trend that you'll see. It's a common trend that you'll see is they take low-hanging objectives. They're not taking these huge home runs like, that you see on social media. A lot of people, preach with no results to back it up. Okay. Yeah, you'll see like the chartists on Twitter, with their little pretty charts and their little pretty drawings, talk about all this big risk reward, but they don't have no results to back it up. Of course, it's just little pretty charts. They treat it like a coloring book, right? Guys, I'm telling you, one-to-one, you can make bank. Because guess what? All you need with a one-to-one is just, you got to be right over half the time. And if you have like a bunch of stuff in place, like you have high probability signatures that I've taught you to look for, meaning you understand liquidity. So you have like a higher time frame point of interest. You're hunting during a kill zone. You're implementing time. And you have all these things. You just got to be right. You just got to be right more than half the time. Like it's very simple. But then you have people saying that it can't be done. Like, explain that to me. How can it not? If you have all these high probability signatures, all these high probability signatures at your disposal, and you can't be right more than half the time, you're telling me that? It's bullshit. Of course you can. Now, it might not fit you. That style may not fit you, and you might like, just say, for example, a set 2-to-1 or a set 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1. If that's what works for you and you make money doing that, by all means, keep doing it. But to say one-to-one, you can't make money with that, that's bullshit, because I've done it. So that's how I know for a fact the people that saying this are just regurgitating, something that they heard from somebody else. So that's all I really wanted to cover in this video, for anybody that was wondering, my thoughts on the one-to-one risk reward ratio. And if you can make money with it, you absolutely can. And a lot of you, as I was saying at the very beginning of this video, you would see much more results probably. Not for everybody, but I'm saying a lot of you would, because you're trying to force that big risk reward, those home runs, when it doesn't fit you and your personality, okay? And a lot of you, I'm telling you, if you just kind of experiment around with it, you would see what I'm talking about. And you'd be like, light bulb moment right there. So If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you later.